Hey there, it's Tony Butler, and this is another episode of Marketing for Humans. And today I want to just debunk a myth. Stop with the advice, follow your passion. It's the worst advice ever, especially if you're young. You don't even know what your passion is yet. Okay? My son, he's 15 years old right now, and he's trying to figure things out, and telling him to follow his passion is bad advice. Okay, so I've got something better for you, and I'm going to go into that in just a minute. So before I get into it, please, if you haven't yet, follow this channel, like this video. You'll really be helping me out. And also, you'll see my next video, which is going to be something amazing. All right, so let's talk about this advice. Follow your passion. What does that even mean? What is your passion? Okay, when I was 16, I didn't know what I wanted. I didn't know what I liked. When I was 18, I barely knew what I wanted. I barely knew what I liked. But guess what? I didn't have any skills. I didn't go to college. I just didn't even know where I was going to start. So what I did is I just followed the path of least resistance. I joined the Army. I tried a bunch of things. I worked a bunch of different jobs. And it wasn't until I was in my 30s when I took this job at a startup down in New York City. Okay, I didn't even know how to ride the subway when I first went there. Okay, so I took a job in sales. I had only been in sales for a couple years. I was just still trying to figure things out, and that job led to one thing after another, which led me to marketing. Okay, a sales job that led me to marketing, and then when I finally got into marketing and I put my whole heart and soul into it, and I got some skills, it wasn't until after I started to become skillful. That's when I realized this is something I really like, okay? It's something that I really enjoy, something that I can just work on every day. I never get tired of it. And here's what I'm trying to tell you is that telling someone to follow their passion and they don't know what their passion is, or they just don't feel a calling to any one single thing. You know, there's a small number of people that, when they're 10 years old, they decide they want to be a doctor and that's what they become, okay? Well, when I was 10 years old, I wanted to be Captain America. I wanted to be a comic book hero. You know, if I'd followed my passion, I would be in a loony bin right now. So what does that mean? It means that if you're first starting out, don't worry about your passion. Find something that you're interested in, something that you can try. And remember this one single thing, is that whatever I do right now, I can change my mind. I can go and I can try something for a few months, and if I don't like it, I can move on to something else. I can try something for a year or two, or I can move on to something else. I'm on my fourth career, okay? I started out and I'm just going to talk about as an adult. I started out as a mechanic, and I had a big toolbox, and I went to school to learn how to use all the tools in it and fix stuff and work on these missile systems. And then after that, I went to college. I got commissioned. I went into the infantry, did that for about 10 years, give or take, got out, and then I went into sales, and I went into project management, and then I tried defense industry, and I tried tech industry, and I did a bunch of different things, okay? And then I get all the way up in my 40s, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna change careers completely, and I did. And now I am in marketing, and I run an agency for the last 7 years, okay? But I didn't even start my own agency until I was 43 years old, okay? So that might sound like it's late, but how do you make a transition from one industry into another? Well, you get interested, you study, you work, you try some things, and then you go all in, all right? But here's what I'll tell you is that stop telling people to follow their passion because it's just not helpful. Is help them along with interests. Help them understand, like, what is the day-to-day of any given job or any given discipline, okay? Because like in anything, it's 20% pretty fun and cool stuff and 80% just flat out grind. Like, I have yet to find a job that doesn't have an aspect of just having to grind it out and just do the work. It's not fun, it's not beautiful, but you just got to do the work, okay? So follow your passion, not great advice. Follow interests. Interests will lead to skills. Skills will lead you to flow, and that will help you understand if you really love something or not. Okay, but what I can tell you though is if you try something and you spend a year into it, let's say, and it's not working out for you, it's not something you're good at, then move on. Don't feel like you're stuck, because guess what? Right now is the best time ever in history for you to change your mind and try something different. Okay? Pivoting into a new career or a new job or a new industry, whatever, it can be a good thing, and it can invigorate you. And here's the other thing too, is something you learn in one industry that might not directly translate into another can have great benefit, because you'll have a deep understanding of something different and you might be able to apply it. Okay? As an example, when I first came into marketing, I knew a lot about the tech industry because I had been the CEO of an IT support company. I had been in a tech startup. I was engineer trained, so I knew quite a bit about it. So it made it easy for me to just naturally, organically, to help tech companies grow their marketing, okay? To help tech companies get leads and, work on their sales process. And then I branched out into all kinds of other industries, and, online marketing is pretty, it can be shaped. Each website can be shaped, around the industry, around the business, around what the goals are. It's not exactly formulaic, but there's structures and storytelling and primal storytelling. Those structures can be overlaid over anything. Okay, so super fun. So that's my best advice: is look for interest first, go wholeheartedly at them, acquire skills, and passion will follow. Okay, passion will follow. Fun will follow. You'll find something that you like. Just don't let yourself get stuck. Okay, it's Tony Butler. Until next time, this is Marketing for Humans. Be well.